Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Everwarder. It's important to stress that what you're looking at here is a preview build, so it goes without saying that everything that you're about to see is subject to change. I do believe the developer is opening playtests for this game soon-ish. I don't know when it's going to be, but you'll have a chance to play it for yourself. Now, based on what I've played so far, this is like a tower defense roguelite, in the sense that there is permanent progression, and I will just get my complaints out of the way. The UI and everything else is just not explained well. I spent 10-20 minutes just wandering around, not knowing what it is I was doing. Like, when I was back at the main room, like, you've got this little dot that you're moving around, and I'm in the main room going, well, what, am I supposed to move over here and click on it? I was clicking, nothing was happening. Here you have to move into it, and you warp to the next screen. It just wasn't very it wasn't explained well. So I was like figuring stuff out as I was playing, and that turned me off to the point where I almost quit the game. I'm like, you know what? I'll just wait for the developer to actually explain the game a little bit more. And then when you actually get into the game, I'm like, well, what do I do from here? Oh, there's a build menu. It took me 2 full minutes to figure that out. And what you're doing is you're putting these crystals down in the environment to mine out the surrounding darkness, okay? And you're also putting defensive units down, because as you put these crystals down, it forms these green chain lines things. And enemies will start to spawn and travel across them. So you have to put, like, your starting unit or archers, you put these archers down as long as there's room anywhere you want, and sort of defend your home crystal. These enemies do not attack your crystals that you're putting down for mining purposes. They don't seem to attack the archers either. They only attack the main crystal in the center. And your goal is to, wait for resources. You've got a purple resource, which you can use to put down more crystals, or even grass. Grass you can put over unbuildable land, like the void. And then you've got the red resource, which is for your military units. Okay, and that's what you're doing. Your goal is to find the portal. I never found it in my test playthrough. I looked all over for that stupid thing, and I couldn't find it. I probably didn't go out far enough. But again, another complaint that I have is, like, there are no mouse over tooltips. So when I mouse over, like, there are these white patches on the map that I'm digging out. I'm like, well, what are they? What do they do? If I hit escape, there is a tutorial section, but it's not very helpful. It's like, this is one of those games where, like, the developer made a great game. I'm having a great time with it, but they assume that you know how to play it. And that's a fault to the developer. Like, no, I don't know how to play your game. I've never seen it before. Explain what this is. You might know what it is, but what is this white patch? Okay, what is this screen? What am I supposed to do here? What is the flow? There is no interactive tutorial. There is, like, an escape menu, click on the tutorials button, but it's just an explanation of, like, certain concepts and what things are, but, like, I couldn't find what I was looking for very easily. Like, there are purple numbers above the crystals that I'm putting down. I still don't know what that is. I still don't know what that is. I'm putting them down because they're digging stuff out, but I don't know, is that their cost of putting them down, or does it have some other value? Oh, there's a structure on the map with a red dot on it. What is that doing for me? Is that giving me red energy over time so I can put more military units down? I don't know. So, like, this is a game, like, I'm having fun with, but I'm also getting frustrated with it at the same time because the developer isn't making it very intuitive. And that's a shame. Like, I want to keep playing this. I want to go back and grind out more stuff, because at the end of your run, whether you succeed or not, you earn these permanent white crystals. And you can spend these permanent white crystals like you would in a roguelite, improve your military units, improve your structures, level up to where you can build new structures, like, there's a whole bunch of different ways to spend these white crystals that you're coming back to the menu for. I love that. I love that kind of progression. I love the roguelite progression rather than roguelike, which is just like a high score kind of thing. But yeah, I love this game. I'm really enjoying. I'm digging it. I'm digging the art style. I'm digging the progression system. I'm digging the whole idea of it, the tower defense, but mine out stuff. I love that. But I just wish I knew what most of the stuff did. There was a point in my playthrough where I came across some kind of, it was like choose one of three. Sometimes when you play a roguelite, you get a choice. Pick one of three things. In this case, it was like a fork and a glacial shard and like a sword or something else. And I didn't know how to pick it. I'm in build mode. I'm clicking on stuff. I'm like, nothing's happening. I can't pick one of them. I don't know how to pick. How do I pick this? I eventually got out of build mode and I go, oh yeah, I remember there's a little white dot that I can move around. So I moved my white dot over to that structure and I still didn't know how to interact with it. So I've earned this reward, I guess, but I don't know how to claim it. You know what I mean? So these are just some examples of what I'm talking about. Like, the game does not, or the developer did not do a good enough job explaining how to do things and didn't make it very intuitive to figure out. So again, this was more like a pre-release build. So I sincerely hope that in the future the developer can include more interactive tooltips, like press E to do this, or press Q to interact with this as you're doing it. That way I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. But other than that, like, the game is pretty fun. I would definitely recommend at least wishlisting this for now. There's a playtest coming up, so check it out. I liked it, and I would continue playing it. Again, the developer needs to spend more time making it a bit more intuitive. So there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed this, and if you guys haven't already subscribed, that way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.